check mandate. Oh, I see. Okay. What's the clock like on this one? 6:25. That one's been done. That's all right then. I'm not going to worry about that. Newsletter. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm showing as much enthusiasm as required on a fucking Monday morning. Got up this morning, first alarm went off. It's like, well, even though I went to bed early last night, not by choice, this was because my clock in the house, obviously the one that's on the mantelpiece, it says 9 o'clock, and I'm thinking, fuck it, I've got to go to bed. When I set my alarm says the time was actually 8:05 after all said and done. And I'm thinking, 8:05? I'm sure I just see it saying 9:05, or whatever, anyway. I'm thinking, I wonder if the clocks have gone back. And sure enough, they had. I had to check, I wasn't sure. My phone was the same, like that had already automatically gone back, so. What's this one here? The bit of this one is something I haven't done for a while. Is it CN12? Yeah, CN12EG. Today's date is the 30th, just in case you was wondering. It's almost Halloween. I was actually a little bit apprehensive over the weekend, thinking, I wonder if they'll jump the gun and start come trick-or-treat on the weekend. And I'm like, I'm sure they don't do that normally. I've not known that yet, but you never know. Because a lot of people were going out dressed as Halloween shit over the weekend. The reason why I know this is because on Friday night, well, 7 o'clock-ish, right, I went and had my hair cut, and then when I come out of there, I thought, what shall I do, I wonder if our Mickey's round the thing. So off I went round the thing, and sure enough they were there, and then we ended up down the other thing, and then we went to Cannock, yeah, and apparently being told all these weird and wonderful stories about what Cannock's like and what it's turned into of late. And I was quite surprised to see how many pubs in the Cannock town closed really early for a Friday night. Yeah, mad. But hey, whatever. Such is. But when we went into this one particular bar, which is it looks like it's the new hot spot, I think. I mean, yeah, that sentence coming out of my mouth sounds rather strange. Completely, I know that. But I went in there, and I was downstairs. We had a drink down there, and then we went upstairs. And upstairs, it's a different setup. It's got the 80s music playing and whatever, and some early 90s stuff. So it was, they're all music videos. They're not just music playing, which is a bit different, I suppose. But the clientele upstairs, let me just put it like this, right? I did not feel old, okay? So I was all right in there. I felt quite comfortable up there, you know. I was like, this is all right, you know what I mean? I didn't feel like a fucking school teacher on a kids trip out, like, you know what I mean? It just, oh yes. Anyway, and it was all right. It wasn't bad. I think I might do that again. Hopefully, we'll see. Doing the usual again. I ain't got nothing exciting for you, I'm afraid. It's just one of those things. But in saying that, though, there is a possibility, however highly unlikely, but you know, we've got the Rockwool back, apparently. Don't know how long for, don't know what it's going to entail, but we do know that they have some weird and wonderful delivery situations. So there is a possibility that I might be doing something like that. You never know. 6:21 I've got here. I was a bit late this morning. The reason why I was late is, well, let's just say I washed my clothes yesterday, like I normally do, shoved them in the dryer, took them out the dryer, and as I took them out the dryer, they seemed cold. And at the touch, a wee bit damp. Never really paid any attention to it because I was watching telly anyway, and the dryer could have gone off with the window open. It may have been that reason, but so I never really paid any attention to it until I put my jeans on this morning after ironing. I'm thinking, you know, these are still fucking damp. These are. So what I did is I chucked them in the dryer again this morning. Left them there for about 10 minutes. Well, I know that my old dryer, it's not the best thing in the world because it is old. I mean, I've had it since I've been in my house, and I'm sure it was a second-hand one then, so it's 20 years plus, right? But it's been alright, does the job. It cakes the house in dust, but it'll do the job, like, you know what I mean? And I think by the time I get to about 60, I'll end up with emphysema because the dusting level in my house is probably about a few billion particles to every square inch. Yeah, you think I'm kidding? You fucking ain't. Oh dear. I could do with one of those medical dust extractors, like, you know what I mean, for proper clean rooms. That'd be great. That would filter all that shit out like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, so yes, I tried my dryer this morning, and yes, it's no longer blowing hot air, it is blowing cold air. So there's the mystery solved as to why my clothes were damp. So I'm going to have a look at that when I get home, see if I can fabric bodge that thing again. It's possible that the heating elements probably broke. It did last time. I remember that when I had it for say a couple of years, and there's a thermal switch. Need I go any further? Oh dear. Yes, let's just say that I bypassed the thermal switch. I went, that ain't doing any favours, that keeps on fucking... Yeah, it's now good, let's get rid of it. What we got here? 883. Is that right? Yeah. 662. Oh dear, leave that. So of course, I bypassed that, and lo and behold, the dryer worked perfectly. The thermal switch, right, what it does is that, because my dryer is one of these ones, it'll spin around one direction for X amount of time. I'd say it's for a few minutes, right, not for very long, but it's for a couple of minutes or so. Then it stops, and then it goes the other way, right? It's one of those clever ones. Even though it's an old one, it's still a clever one. Well, the thermal switch is supposed to, once it stops for that split second before it rotates the opposite way around, it's there to turn the heating elements off while it's stationary and there's no fan blowing, because the fan itself is attached to the drum, which is what spins around. So obviously if it's left when the heat's still going up through the heating element while it's stationary, it tends to glow a bit more. It's a bit of a safety feature. Hey, look, for the past, what, 16 years, it's been doing fine, you know what I mean? So, but the problem is, though, I have had to, a couple of times, reattach the heating element, because obviously with it glowing and getting really hot and then cooling down a bit, it doesn't like that too much, so eventually it will break. So I might have to do another twist in it, I think. We'll have a look later. Hey, you know, these are the things you have to do when you're a fucking poor old lorry driver, mate, when you fucking got no money. Oh dear. But anyway, that'll be another job for another day. I might have a look at it later, but in all fairness though, I would like another one. A new tumble dryer. maybe one of those condenser ones. You know, the ones that they collect the water in a little jug, and the venting goes out the back through an hose. Because the one I've got, it all comes out the front, so the porch itself is like a sauna. When you open it, fucking, there's water dripping off the doors, the walls, everything that's in there. So it would be nice to have something a bit more up to date, but I can guarantee you it won't last as long as this one has. Not a chance. It will bust within about frigging 3 years of having it, guarantee that. So yeah, but that's the thing, yeah. So I'm sitting in the moment in these not so damp jeans at the moment because my body temperature is slowly starting to dry them out, but the thicker parts, like the pockets, they're a little bit damp, which to say the least is a bit annoying. So how much did I earn this week? Oh. Yeah. Oh well, other than that, not really much else happening, I'm afraid. No, not much at all. Oops. Ta-da! See you later! Yeah, there's not much happening. What we want. Oh, I shouldn't be tired. I don't know why I feel but it was a bit cold this morning though, frosty. I had to scrape the windows, and as I'm scraping the windows of my car, I'm thinking, I fucking hate this shit. Why are we doing this crap now? What the fuck? What's going on? Is that going to be that one there? Oh, fuck it. I'm going to wait for this numpty to move now. Crappity crap. It's alright, you see, right? Because I'm one of these, what I call a polite, courteous driver, I won't shoehorn myself right next to another guy who's hooking up his trailer and whatever, because there just ain't enough room. I have seen drivers doing that where they've actually folded the mirrors in to get into the trailer that's next to the driver. I'm thinking, why are you doing this? Not only is it awkward for yourself, but you're making it awkward for the other guy who will be going shortly, so you might as well just be patient, wait till he fucks off out the road, then you can get on with it, can't you? It's just me, I'm sorry, but anyway, I'm gonna go, and I will speak to you tomorrow, hopefully, and hopefully you'll have a nice day today, and that when you get up, all the frost and shit has gone, and that, yes, you'll have a pleasant day, because it is quite clear actually. Nice blue sky about. Right then, I want to go. I will speak to you a lot later. Bye. Ta-da!